you. No spoilers for those who have not seen the film. Okay. Absolutely incredible. Straight to the point, y'all. I'm gonna go straight to the point. The film was incredible. Easily one of the best films, I'm sure, gonna be of this year, of Will Smith's career, of Martin Lawrence's career. There was so many times I was watching this film in the theater that I wanted to clap. So many times I literally just wanted to toss my purse on the floor and stand up and clap. I was highly impressed. There's been a couple times I was actually going to see it, and the booking was very, very slim, or the showings that I was going to go to were all sold out. Literally, I actually even checked seating for this upcoming Thursday. So I went on Tuesday night, and I was even looking at potentially going on this week Thursday, and the tickets for, I think it was 6:15 for Thursday, were already almost sold out. So that definitely tells you all you need to know. It is not hype, it is not BS, guys. At the end, people clapped. My theater clapped. Everybody was laughing, hysterical. There was actually, funny enough, a lot of spiritual themes, which I could appreciate. I'm not gonna give too much away, no spoiler review, but there's a lot of spiritual themes that I think would shock the average moviegoer. I was definitely delighted by that, because I think that the title Ride or Die, I'm not without any spoilers, the title Ride or Die had many layers, many complexities to why they added it on to the actual title of the film. And then when I actually watched the entire film, I was highly impressed. There was so many cameos, Vanessa Hudgens, DJ Khaled. If you haven't seen it, not gonna keep going, give it away. But there was so many people that so many cameos, and really, 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 really good stars in my opinion, and good actors and actresses that were in this film that were just a cherry on top. Mwah, chef kisses. Everybody, honestly, 10 to 10, 1,000 out of 1,000. Like I said, there was so many times I wanted to stand up and clap. I was highly impressed, highly, 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 highly impressed. And I think that it's just a testament to how we cannot knock people down for things that are a one-time occurrence. The whole slap with you know at the Oscars over his wife, Jada. I think, a lot of, I think, bias and unfortunately very idiotic, blogs and stuff like that were saying that this was the end, but this was going to be, he's banned from this, and Will's banned from that, and this is like the end of his career. And it could not be further from the truth. If for those who haven't seen it, when you watch this film for yourself, you're going to say to yourself, wow, that could not be farther from the truth. And it would have been so, so, so pathetic, honestly, and unfortunate if Hollywood and the movie industry, if they let that stop greatness, because this was no hype. I saw a lot of people that were, speculating, with all the sold out shows, and every what you call it, like every single, showing is sold out. At least where I'm at was sold out. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like a catch 22, trying to reserve the tickets and get the tickets. I like to go to Regal, but this time I went to AMC because people I was going with, had AMC membership. I had the standard membership, but they had the A-list membership, so I went with them because AMC was our group's choice. And so AMC, if you're doing AMC, was very tricky because they give you, I think, 6 or 7 minutes to reserve, whereas with Regal, I haven't really experienced that kind of pressure, to like lock down your ticket. But with AMC, it was like very much, if you don't get this now, it's gonna sell out, and that was, the case. I mean, even when I remember getting my ticket, there was the front row, and there was a couple spots in the second row, like right at the front, that were available. And then when I actually went to the showing, all those seats were taken. So like on the phone when I booked my ticket, you would think that, oh, like, there could be some spots, open for people who don't have the app or don't have any, membership. They just want to, like back in the day, just go to the movie theater and buy your ticket. Those are the good days, when you can just go to the movie theater and go to the box. Oh, excuse me, go to the box and buy your ticket like any other day. But nowadays, with all these apps and memberships and points and all this stuff, and Apple Wallet, and it's, all this stuff, you can basically do it from your phone. So a lot of times, at least nowadays, I haven't recalled the last time that I really went up to a box office and paid for it right there. Nowadays I just do it over my phone. And for this showing, for the Bad Boy showing, I actually linked my ticket to my wallet. So when I got there, I went to my Apple Wallet and they scanned it. So it was crazy. It was like, even that scenario, it was slim pickings. It was really only 4 seats that was in my row when I booked my ticket. And then in the front, there was a couple spots. But then when I went to the showing, they were all taken. There was no seats empty. My entire showing at night was booked. So that tells you, honestly, if you haven't seen it, that tells you all you need to know. It's not hype. There was towards the end of the film, the finale, but towards the finale, action pack scene towards the end, I was shocked. There was many times I was watching it and my mouth was open and I was like, is this real life? And a lot of times as I was watching it, and the scenes were so damn good, guys. There was so many times as I was watching it where I literally was, the thought passed my mind. I said to myself, wow, it would have been so unfortunate, if they halted any Will Smith projects just because of Chris Rock. That passed my mind a lot. For those who already seen it, I don't know, necessarily what you thought or what thoughts are passing in your head, but at least for me, there was so many times, guys, I clutched my invisible pearls, honey, and I said to myself, wow, if they let that stop Will from from being in films like this, what a tragedy. What a misfortune that would have been. I'm so proud. I really want to say I'm so proud of Will and Martin and the whole cast and crew and everybody who produced and put money, especially, behind this production. Hats off to you. Cheerio, top, top, hello, clink of the champagne glass, honey. You're rock stars, because to not make a film this good would have been a tragedy. Like, that would have been one of the biggest mistakes of Hollywood. It was shot and filmed a lot in Miami, Florida, different parts of Florida that I'm very familiar with. There was a lot of times I was watching the film and I'm like, I know exactly that road. I know exactly where that's at. It was like, very familiar. And it was just great fun. And Martin Lawrence, my God, he is a comedic genius. The whole theater was just, including myself, like on the floor bawling out laughing. And it's great when it's not hype. It's great when you hear reviews or you see reactions or you see tweets or posts or whatever, and you hope it's not just hype. You hope it's not like people just jumping on the bandwagon. No, it really, there, I mean, I don't want to give any spoilers, but the kind of jokes were not typical jokes. And like I said, there was a lot of spiritual, funny enough, a lot of spiritual messages and depth with comedy that you would never think that Martin in particular would say to Will, without oh, excuse me, without giving too much away for those who haven't seen it. So when you see it yourself, you'll get what I'm saying. Without, I don't want to give any spoilers, but man, I was just blown away. I mean, especially towards the end, I had to actually pee. And I said, I cannot go to the bathroom right now because I'm not prepared to get up from the seat. And it was that good, guys. I was like, I am not prepared under any circumstance right now to get up and go to the bathroom and miss a second. That's how good it was. And that's rare because Most of the time, I don't care. If I have to really pee, I'll just get up and be like, you know what? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll rent it, I'll see it stream somewhere on some, platform, Hulu, Netflix, whatever. Like, I'll catch it on the block. You see what I'm saying? But this with this kind of film right here, with this kind of film right here, I said to myself, I can't move. I can't get up. I can't go to the bathroom because every every minute, every millisecond, there's some kind of surprise. And I don't know exactly top of my head who was a script writer, who was the main writers on this project, but whoever was the writers, whoever was the script writers, man, oh man, if they don't have already an Oscar, I'd be surprised. I know Will Smith has an Oscar. I don't think Martin has an Oscar, but Will Smith recently got his Oscar finally after how long he's been acting and giving us amazing performances. And I think I saw something that said that out of all I don't know if this is legit or not, but I think I saw it a lot of times. I think Variety magazine, Hollywood Reporter was saying like Will is one of like the only standalone. I don't know if it's he's the only, but like one of the main actors ever to live that's always hit over 100 million in every single premiere box office film. That is a huge achievement. And I can see why, because he's so likable. And that's why I'm saying, guys, regardless of him and Jada, regardless of him and Chris Rock, regardless of all the relationship drama, he is a Libra. And so he's very balanced. For those who, let's throw a little astrology in there for those who don't know. Will Smith is a Libra man, and he's very balanced, and he's very likable. And even now, in his age and his status and his expertise in creativity and film and production and everything that comes along with it, comedic timing, I mean, perfect. The comedic timing was impressive. And I've seen a lot of films with Will and Martin, especially Martin back in the day. Not even, I don't want to say back in the day like that, but when I was a teenager, there was so many comedies I would watch, choose to watch with Martin in them. And he's gotten better, guys. It's like with their age, and they're not even old in my opinion, but anytime somebody's over 35 in sports or in, creative fields, they're like a veteran, and they're like, like a relic. They're like legendary status, you know what I'm saying? And so I was happily shocked that after all this time and all the controversy that personally Will has gone through with his family and people like that, I was so I was beaming. I was genuinely, guys, beaming from ear to ear, so proud and so happy that even the comedic timing, so many creative elements of a person's craft when it comes to acting was magnificent. And I was blown away because I'm like, how could it get any better? How can Martin like especially the opening. For those who haven't seen it, oh my God, the opening was so funny, and it wasn't like ah ha ha, like not like fake hype funny, like it was genuinely like, oh my God, this is so funny. And I was blown away because I'm like, wow, how can Martin Lawrence and Will Smith get better? Like, how are they better? Like, how was their craft, how are they even better than before? They're already so good, so like the top of their game. And this film, I'm telling you guys, best of the year, definitely best of the year, but not just that, it's one of the best films easily for Will Smith especially. Martin, I think Martin has his own kind of catalog, especially when it comes to comedy, opposed to Will, because I see Will as more in like romance and sci-fi and action here and there, but like Martin is like straight comedy. So Martin's good. Like his catalog, I think speaks for itself. But I think with Will, with a lot of more pressure on Will, this is definitely one of the best films for Will Smith easily. And if he doesn't put this film in his catalog as one of the best films he's ever done, it wouldn't speak to justice. It's one of the best films that Will Smith has ever done. And that shocked me because I'm like, both these amazing actors. And I was just so happy. There was actually no lie, guys. There was even a part towards the end, like I said, the final scene, not no spoilers, the final scene where I caught myself saying to myself, like, man, how could you make this into like a theme park ride? Because Orlando's in Florida and this film was based in Florida, different parts of Florida. So I kind of caught myself like imagining like, I wonder how they can incorporate this into like a Hollywood block or like a film attraction, you know, because it's so impressive. I was genuinely so impressed, and the twists and turns in this film were so impressive. I would love to know who was the main writers of this, you know, what are their names, you know, because I was when the intro came on, I was already peeping. I remember I saw costume design. Will Smith's name came more than once. He was a producer and obviously the actor. You know, I was catching different names, but I'm sure there's a whole team of writers behind this film that I'm not aware of. And I just want to shout out to them. Like, they really are brilliant. You know, there was so many times where you think that the film's over, you think that it's over, and you're still watching the film and you're like, what the heck? Like, how did you come up with that? Like, where's this coming from, you know? So definitely 1,000 out of 1,000, 10 to 10. No hype, no gimmick, guys. It's worth every penny. Fuck the discounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know certain days of the week, you know, now summer's coming up, people want to get cheap tickets. Nah, nah, nah. Like, don't pick your pocket like that, bruh. Spend every dime. It's worth it. I didn't buy any snacks. I wasn't hungry. I didn't want to have any popcorn or crap like that. I'm gonna have dinner now, so I was waiting to have a proper meal. I didn't want to have a bunch of sticky stuff and popcorn. I wasn't into that, but there was a lot of people that were, you know. So if you're trying to be on a budget, you don't have to buy snacks. I mean, it's entertaining by itself, you know, because there's some films where people think they have to buy stuff because they're bored or they're gonna get bored. Not with this film. And that's rare. Most films I would buy an icy or try to get nachos. Nah, I had a water bottle. I brought my water bottle. You see if I have it here with me, and my purse over here, and I was good. I didn't need not one snack. And that's also speaking because a lot of times films, you know, you want to keep yourself preoccupied, whether it's chewing gum or candy or popcorn or whatever, nachos, to kind of like get you in the vibe. But this film was so good standalone by itself. There was no props needed. There was no gimmicks needed, guys. I have to say again, I love the spiritual aspect. I'm really trying not to give it away. I'm not gonna give it away. I'm gonna be respectful for those who haven't seen it. But man, I love the spiritual themes from Martin. Whoever wrote his script, like to be the partner, like, you know, the co main star with, you know, alongside Will. I don't know, like his script was so good. I don't know like how to put it into words. Like his script, like the dialogue between Martin's character and Will was just so beautiful and so touching. There was actually without giving too much away, there's another character that was tied to Will's character in the film. I'm not going to tell you who, that there was times in his scenes were very emotional too. You know what I'm saying? And were believable. It wasn't like you're watching it and you're like, oh, yawn fest is so typical. No. I loved the director, whoever was the director. Yeah, let me shout out to the director real quick. Hold the hell up. How can I not include the director? Man, the angles, the shots, the way they pieced together the story. I was very impressed, y'all. I was like really impressed. I'm not trying to say it to be like, oh, well, it's Will, so of course it's good. But you have to keep in mind, it's not just Will and Martin, you know, to make a number one box office over 1 billion. It's already made over $1 billion, guys. It hit over 1 billion before I even saw the film. So, you know, there's a lot of tails wagging. Like, is it just hype? Is it just because of Will? Is it this? Is it that? No, 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 no. Like, I have to say, like, Will and Martin were obviously the main stars because hello, like it's their thing, but keep in mind the cast and the people that were behind the film, man, they need their props too. Now Oscar season, I mean, could this be in the action category? Could it be in the best picture category? I think so. I don't think it's too far out. I know Joker with how you pronounce his name? Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. Hello. I mean, these films coming out, guys, are star-studded. I mean, we have to be appreciative because, you know, the pandemic took a lot from us. You know, then we had Oppenheimer with Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt. Recently, you know, summer of last year too, we had Barbie with Margot Robbie. I mean, we're getting some star-studded cast. We're getting some really good films. And yes, I would encourage you guys to see it in person. See it in person. Don't, this film, please. with this film right here, especially with all that Will's been going through, in his private life, personal life, I think if you're a Will Smith fan, especially, you should definitely try to see it in theater. This is not, okay, so before I close, this is not the film that you want to wait to rent or to stream online. Okay, that is what I will tell you all who have not seen it. Do not miss the opportunity. You will regret it. Just like Barbie, just like Oppenheimer, okay? Films like that, like Avatar, for example, films like this that are, Interstellar. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of tier of quality. So I would put this film in the same category as the best picture that won last year for Oppenheimer, and Barbie was, I think, nominated for, the box office achievement, and, films like Avatar and Interstellar and things like that. That's on the same level. So if you know that and you haven't seen it, please do not say, "Oh, I'm going to wait till it goes on stream," or "I'm going to wait till rent it." You're going to regret it because wow, that screen, ooh, the colors, the visual, the action, like you want to see this film, you have to see in theater. So please, if you know this is the last week your theater is going to have it in the movie theater, please do not miss the opportunity. I know a lot of people, nowadays they want to watch it at home in the comfort of their house. It's not the same. The reactions from the crowd, the audio, the visual effects, the colors, the comedy. This is a must see in theaters. Do not wait until it comes out on DVD or any streaming service or rental service. Please, that's a huge mistake. Like I said, it's the same level as any other major film that's made over $1 billion or close to $1 billion. The good thing is this film has made over $1 billion. That's a good thing. That's the thing that I'm so proud of, and I'm so happy that it's not just hype. It is just, I would buy it, and that's saying a lot. The kind of DVDs and films I buy, they have to be films that are like I watch over and over and over again. And if somebody said, "Okay, I have this film, do you want to watch it?" I'd be like, "Hell yeah." Like that was just chef's kisses. It was just so good. And so like just like Oppenheimer, like could you imagine? And by the way, Oppenheimer won Best Actor, Best Picture, Best Score. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's like that kind of thing where it's like, could you imagine waiting to get that on rental or a streaming service? Like that's a just disgrace. It's a sin. That's a crime. Films like that are that good, you got to see in the theater. So I saw that I saw those films in theater, and I'm so happy that after all the sold out shows that I wasn't able to, all the other shows I was trying to get tickets for that were sold out, I'm so freaking happy that I was able to find one showing that was good for my schedule that wasn't sold out, because the rest I looked up were sold out. So it's not hype. See it in theaters, guys. 10 out of 10, 1,000 out of 1,000. Congratulations to the team that made this film, that stood behind Will, especially after all he's gone through. You did not drop the ball. You did not disappoint. Just there's so many good things I can say, guys, but definitely go see it in theater, okay? You're not gonna regret it. Don't try to, cheapskate this kind of film. See it in theaters. And that's the beauty of the theater. There's some films that just are just, I think, especially for a first time watch experience, you need to see in theater. Don't get lazy and say, "I'm just gonna wait till it comes out, to rent." It's not the same. Like when I saw Oppenheimer in theater, I was blown away for many reasons, in a good way. And then when they won Best Picture, of course I wasn't surprised. But then when I saw, I've and since they won all those Oscars and stuff, killing Christopher Nolan, just top, just creme de la creme. We're getting creme de la creme right now, guys, of film, of theater, of movies, actors, actors. We're getting some quality performances, and I'm really, really excited for that because I love film. I love it. So for me, it's like this is like a dream. So even after when they won all those Oscars and stuff, I ended up watching it again from my laptop, and it was just as good. But let me tell you, for a first impression, I would have not wanted to watch it on my laptop or my TV. I would have wanted to say the first time I saw this film was in theater. Okay, so that's that. I convinced you enough. If you don't get to see it in theater, is a big mistake. If you wait and you get lazy and you don't make time to go see this film, huge mistake. Please see this in theaters. Congratulations once again to Will Smith, especially after all he's been through in Hollywood and personally. He looks amazing. He's so attractive. They're all so attractive. Vanessa, they're gorgeous guys. And you know what? He looks younger than ever. You know, Will looks younger than ever and he's so fit and he handled a lot of the more sensitive and emotional scenes. He handled with such care and such grace. And honestly, there was a lot of times watching the film where I felt that we are watching um a real thing. There was many times, especially when they were like in the, you know, I don't, without giving it away, when they were in certain locations and stuff with other staff, you know, as cops, because they're cops, it really felt real. You know, it really felt real. And I had to remind myself, like, this is just a film. This is not like someone is having a live camera following these people. Like, this is not real. This is just a film. So I was like blown away in a good way. So it'd be nice if they can get nominated for something. I'm not really sure where they'd fit in the whole, you know, Oscars realm, but I think that them getting some kind of achievement award like Barbie did for being #1 in the box office would be cute. I don't know. I don't know what they can do. I don't know what the Oscars is really looking for. I know I saw the Joker trailer with, like I said, with Phoenix and Lady Gaga. So it's already clear, you know, that this is a season where people are trying to get their film out there. You see what I'm saying? And this is like a comedy action-packed film. So I don't know if it's what the Oscars is looking for. But if they got nominated for like visual effects or, you know, stunt doubles, or I don't think they even had stunt doubles probably in this. I don't think they had any stunt doubles, but they did. I'm sure they could give something like, you know, throw them a bone with that. I don't know, but man, they should get something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the Oscars are looking for, but I think that it's family friendly, it's date friendly. If you're a solo watcher, you go by yourself. I mean, some people went by themselves. It is for everybody, and that is speaking a lot. That's speaking volumes, because not every film nowadays is like back in the day when we had, like, you know, the film White Chicks with the Marlon brothers, you know. The intro of this film was kind of give me a little bit of a White Chicks vibe, you know, with the skyline and them showing the beach and all that. Really good early 2000 vibes, like classic, you know, classic protege, prestigious film. Like it was giving me that kind of like homegrown good energy of like the White Chicks era, you know, and just like a lot of, you know, black actors and actresses just bringing it, you know, just bringing it, just giving it their all. And you know, just like back then in the early 2000s, a lot of black actors and actresses were in these, you know, larger than life films, you know, the Marlon brothers, when they did White Chicks and they had to wear prosthetics and stuff. I mean, that film to this day in 2024 is still on everybody's lips. You know, when you go on social media, you still see references to the movie of White Chicks. And that's kind of the vibe I was getting with this film. It's like people are going to be 10 years from now, they're going to be referencing this film for sure. So yeah, I just want to make sure I gave you guys um, all my, you know, emotion without any spoilers, giving you guys kind of the vibe of what you're going to get when you see it for yourself. Definitely a classic, instant classic. So happy that Will, you know, pushed through and got back out there. And I really hope that he continues to do more. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Subscribe, thumbs